Hey guys, I just want to take a few minutes to go over the course syllabus and just touch on some of the key points of the syllabus, so you have a good understanding as to the expectations for the class. I do encourage you to print up a copy of the syllabus, so make sure you read it carefully as you begin working on your assignments, so you understand what the course is about and what some of the expectations are. Okay? My name is Jim Doyle, and I'll be your instructor for this online course. And I'll give you my information and encourage you to never hesitate to contact me, 7 days a week. So I'm here for you guys. So if you have a question at noon on a Saturday, you can call or text me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I do check my emails several times a day, and that includes 7 days a week. So usually you'll get a reply from me within 24 hours, if not sooner than that, even during the weekend. If something comes up at my end where I'm out of the area or not available for whatever reason, then I'll be sure to let you know before that happens. Okay? So let me go ahead and disappear so we can go over the syllabus real quick. Just a key thing, our course runs from January the 8th to March the 4th, so keep March the 4th on your calendar so you know that that's the last day for our course, because typically assignments cannot be accepted after the course date ends, so make sure that you pay attention to that date. You can take a look at the course description, and it'll just highlight what we'll be discussing. In terms of the online learning environment, if you're new to CVU, each course week begins on Monday and ends on Sunday. If you're not new to CVU, you're familiar with our course schedule. So again, just know that our course week runs from Monday through Sunday. Okay, so pay attention to the due dates on the assignments, because that'll be that'll impact any penalties associated with being late. So make sure you're aware of when all of our assignments are due. This is my instructor information, so feel free to call or text me anytime if you have a question. I'm online several times during the week, if not every day, and I also check my emails at least once or twice a day. So I would encourage you to do so as well. Get in the habit of checking your Lancer mail more than once a week. Okay, try to check them every single day in case I email you about something. Let's say maybe you submitted an assignment and for whatever reason I got nothing at my end. That way I can get back to you and email you and let you know that there's nothing there. So check your emails at least once a day, and I check mine, like I said, a couple of times each day during the course. This is our textbook. I sent you an email out earlier regarding the textbook, so hopefully you've gotten the textbook. If not, please get it as soon as possible. First couple of weeks we're moving rather quickly. Both week 1 and I believe week 2 we're reading 3 chapters a week and doing some assignments, and so it's busy. This is a busy course, so make sure that you stay on top of the readings and the assignments. And if you have any questions as we proceed through any of these things, again, please never hesitate to contact me. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on the course student outcomes. You can take a look at that. These are the list of the assignments that we'll be doing. We'll have discussion boards, written assignments, and quizzes. Just please note for the discussion board postings. In this particular class, the format is such that you'll be getting points for your initial post plus your comment post to your classmates. So these assignments are worth 50 points. So both your comment post and your initial post need to be substantive in nature. So in your comment post, for example, don't just say, "Hey John, I agree, that was a great point. I think the same way." That's not going to get you very many of those 25 points, okay? So go into some detail, make sure they're substantive in nature, make sure they carry on the discussion. So again, give me some details so I know that you know what you're talking about. And that goes for both the initial post and the comment post. Now in this particular class, the discussion threads are due by the end of day Friday. So your comment post and your initial thread are due by the end of day Friday. So what I would encourage you to do is try to post your initial post by Wednesday, and that'll give you 2 days or at least a day and a half to go through and read what your classmates have to say and then formulate a response to your classmate. All right, so we don't have discussions every week. I believe they're every other week, but just know that they're due on Friday. And so it's very important that you pay attention to the deadlines for that assignment. And I'll go over that again when we talk about our late policy. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the written assignments other than the fact that you have them and everything will need to be in APA formatted paper. So you can take a look at that. The one assignment I do want to talk about briefly is movie review and written assignment number 3. And that's in week 3. And basically what you have to do is you have to watch the movie The Battle of Algiers. Now that is available through Netflix, as I recall. But I also was able to find it on YouTube, and I offer the YouTube link in the in Blackboard under the week 3 learning activities. And I think I also did it under the week 1 where we briefly talk about an overview of the course. So you can take a look at that there and access that link. It is subtitled, so you're gonna have to plan ahead as you watch this movie, because again, this is a pretty fast-paced course, and so we have a lot that we're going to be doing. The quizzes, midterm and final, are all essay questions. So again, start moving ahead. The first quiz is due in week 2, so it's going to cover chapters 1 through 6. So you can begin reviewing potential questions, and they're identified there in week 2. Once you open up week 2. You'll see the quiz and the questions and the format where you submit that assignment. So make sure you take a look at that and start giving it some thought. All right. So take a look at the requirements for the quiz, but just know that they're essays. So you're going to have to plan. You're going to have to plan ahead in your efforts to get those assignments to me. All right. Same way at the midterm again. But if you have any questions going back to this movie, if you have any problems with this, please don't hesitate to contact me, and so we can get it resolved for you. All right. Here's some more writing assignments. The critical presentation assignment I just want to touch on just briefly, and we'll be discussing that more as the term progresses. But this is going to be a team project consisting of no more than 2 members, so I'm going to pair you guys up. If you happen to know somebody else in the class that wants to be a partner with you, please send me an email to that effect so I can pair you guys up. Otherwise, I will do so probably towards the end of week 2. I just need to make sure that everyone is going to remain in the class and someone isn't going to not show up or is going to be dropped for whatever reason. All right. Once I get a settled roster, then we'll go ahead and get you guys paired up. So you're going to do a research paper, 7 or 9 pages, APA formatted, on a historical or significant terrorism or homeland security related incident or issue. So the homeland security related issue has to be obviously for our homeland security here in the U.S., but any significant terrorism event could be anything that occurred throughout history. Okay, so you sort of have a little bit of latitude there. But what I may do is, just to make sure everybody's on the right track, is somewhere maybe in the end of week 3 or 4, just have you guys submit your topic to me so I can make sure that you're on the right track. All right. But anyhow, if you have any questions on that, you can definitely please get a hold of me. This also is going to require a 15-minute PowerPoint presentation narrated. So if you've never done a narrated PowerPoint presentation and submitted it as part of an assignment, I'll offer you some suggestions as we proceed closer to that. But just know there has to be a narrated PowerPoint presentation. The number of PowerPoints is actually going to be up to you guys. Usually they typically run about 8 to 10, something like that in the past. So just understand that you need to do the paper, 7 to 9 pages, APA format, and then you have to do the 15-minute PowerPoint presentation. I would also encourage you, as soon as time permits, that you take a look at the grading rubric, which can be found in week 7, where we have the assignment. outlined, and then you should be able to gain access and look at the grading rubric there. Okay, so make sure you take a look at that. Again, we will talk about that more as we move along. And then there is a final. Again, the final is going to be essay questions. So again, make sure you take a look at that as we get closer down the road. All right, this is just an overview of the graded assignments, the value points, and so forth. So you can take a look at that when you have time. This particular class has attendance and participation, which is worth 10 points per session. So that's why it's important for you to log in at least a couple times a week, take a look, read the discussion posts, be engaged on those assignments that are necessary so that you can gain access and gain those 10 points, okay? If you're not active or if you're not in attendance, then you're not going to earn those points. So these are relatively easy points, so just make sure that you log in a couple times a week, check things out so that I know that you're actively engaged in the course, and then you can earn those 10 points. Okay, so make sure you take a look at that. You remain actively engaged throughout the class, right? So try not to sign in just one time a week because that's probably not going to cut it, right? You can take a look at the course schedule. I've highlighted, for example, discussion boards to do again on day 5, which is Friday. So I've highlighted that for you, so just as a reminder. In terms of regular and effective contact, my goal is to review your assignments and get you your feedback and grade back to you anywhere from 3 to 5 days, depending on the type of the assignment. So just know that that's my goal. And if I think I'm going to be a little bit late on anything, I'll let you guys know. But typically, I try to get everything back to you guys in 3 to 5 days. Like I said, I check my emails frequently, and you should too. And I'm also active on weekends because that's when most of the adult learners are trying to catch up after a busy work week. Okay. Late assignments is going to be something I want you to take a look at. Late assignments will lose 10% of the total point value of each week or portion of the week that the assignment is late. Absolutely no late work will be accepted in week 8. So you need to get everything wrapped up by week 8. Required discussion thread postings will not be accepted late, as these assignments are established to be current and interactive with your fellow classmates. However, as these assignments are due by the end of day Friday, discussion board assignments submitted after the Friday due date but before the end of the module week, which is Sunday, will be accepted, however, considered late and be subject to a late penalty of 10%. All right, so again, just remember that discussion boards are due by Friday, completed by Friday. And so if you are late submitting those, I will accept them up until Sunday, but they will be subject to a late penalty. Okay, so just so you know that. Keep in mind that late work will not be accepted after the course end date, which is March the 4th, 2018. And then you can take a look at the rest of it. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Let me go back up here real quick and give you the information on that movie because I think I have it here. Let me open week 1 up real quick. Yep, here we go. So here I indicate in week 3 you're required to view the movie Battle of Algiers as part of a written assignment. It is available through Netflix, but it may take a few days to obtain a copy, so please plan ahead and start looking for a source to view this movie. And then I found the movie in YouTube, but it is subtitled, so know that you may have to spend a little bit more time as you listen and watch this movie because it is subtitled. It's a French movie, okay? But if you have access to it any other way, then you obviously can access it that way, okay? And then real quick, I have a handful of seconds left. Week 7, when the assignment is due, here is the grading rubric. So make sure you take a look at the grading rubric and understand what you're going to be evaluated or how you're going to be evaluated with your assignment, okay? So this is the final paper, and will also include an area for your PowerPoint presentation and so forth. All right. Again, if you have any questions as we get moving along, please don't hesitate to contact me. You have my contact information, and I'm here for you. All right, have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you on Blackboard. Thank you.